colourful explosion, rage gaming shaking, purple ring flash. Hello there, people, and seeing as I actually got a really good influx of good questions following episode 3 of Rage Question Time, I thought I'd put out another episode pretty damn quick. So this will be up only 2 days after the last one. Yes, that's just how I roll. I just want to mention the new intro. Like, there'll always be people who will like it, and always people who like it, and people don't like change. But for now, it's a temporary measure, possibly, until I can get an intro which Google doesn't have a fit about. Because, you know, it's really annoying me. But anyway, on to the questions. The first, I still would like more questions in, by the way, so just keep them coming. So on to the first question. Hey Rage, sup? That's a question. The sky, the ceiling. Anyway, sarcasm over. I was just curious, where'd the name nickname Rage come from? Thanks. Kiorosaw. Right. The name Rage has come from World of Warcraft, actually. When I first got WoW, what feels like ages ago, but it just sort of blurred into one massive WoW. You know how it does. My first ever character was called Rage Totem, because I wanted to be a warrior, and I wanted to be a Tauren. Now, Taurens use totems, and warriors use rage as a mechanic, so I called it Rage Totem. And since then, everything is just... people called me Rage, because obviously they shortened the name to speak to me. And from then, it's just stuck, and everyone's just known me as Rage. So when I made the YouTube channel, I thought that should be my persona as well, because why not? It never had anything to do with actually being an angry person. Alright, the next question is... hang on, that's not the next question. This is the question. Hi Rage, a female fan don't lie. There is no such thing on the internet. God. A quick question. I'm joking, of course. If you could choose any game to become reality and you would become the main character in that game, which game would you choose and why? Oh, and also, what more anime do you watch than Fairy Tail at the moment? Right. I would choose Half-Life. I know it's like, oh, you always say Half-Life. But seriously, think about it. Gordon Freeman, right, arrives, messes the hell out of the Earth, okay, this experiment goes wrong, proceeds to kick an entire alien's race ass from a physics background using heavy weaponry, all while saying nothing, gets put in stasis, comes out of stasis, throws over a second alien race, again without saying a word, and then just casually strolls off. I mean, he's the most, like, best protagonist ever. It's ridiculous, and he literally overthrows 2 lots of alien races without saying a word. I mean, come on, why wouldn't you want to be that? And I don't actually watch any more anime at the moment. It's literally just Fairy Tail. I want another anime, but I hate getting into new anime. Like, I always think it's not going to be as good as stuff I've already watched. I don't know if anyone else has that feeling. Right, the next question. To the awesome Rage. I agree. I love your videos and think they're hilarious, but you better. Or I am going to stop reading. Are you going to continue on uploading Half-Life 2? Yes, I'm going to continue Half-Life 2. You probably missed it. Oh, I didn't just drop my drink all over the floor. What are you talking about? Are you going to... No, I didn't really. I wouldn't just keep talking and let it pool on the floor. Since the last Half-Life upload, and I don't remember you mentioning it in the upload scheme video. Yes, I did. And I was wondering if you have cancelled it like Dead Space 2. Right, Dead Space 2 I cancelled because I'm not enjoying playing it. It's annoying, it's making me angry, I don't enjoy it, the whole experience is a nightmare to me, so I've had enough. It's Minecraft all over again, but with Dead Space, so you know. Alright, now to my second question. I am part of the noob section of gaming, and I hate it because I just liked the time where you could play casuals, and when nobody would blame you for being bad, and you actually could train your skills without getting spammed with noob, and report Mensa he is feeding. When I am just unskilled and want to play casually, so please you have a way of avoid them, or at least something I can use to make them shut up for just one game. Now, the thing about this is the actual people who are terrible, they are reasonable people who just want to play the game and have fun like the rest of us. It's not something against them that they're bad. The problem arises in a competitive game if you are good and want to do well and you get someone who's terrible on your team, who is therefore dragging the team down and making you lose. That manifests itself as you are angry with the bad person because thanks to them, irrelevant of what you've done, you have now lost rating or whatever. So the whole culture comes from you have to be good in order to play in a competitive environment. Now, this problem is just not looked at by game companies who run competitive games. There should be, in every competitive game, an option to play in a lower bracket, or, you know, other people who think they're not actually that good. Because the prejudice against bad people is awful. And, to be honest with you, both sides are justified. The good people are justified in hating the bad people because the bad people are ruining the game for the good people. And conversely, the bad people are justified in hating the good people because they insult them all the time. It is a real intrinsical problem with competitive online gaming, because both sides can't work together. There should be a place where 5 bad people can fight 5 bad people, and 5 good people can fight 5 good people. Because at the end of the day, everyone just wants to enjoy themselves, and this friction caused by different skill levels is just not helping the problem at all. Right. As for actually something you could do, all I can say is if you're doing badly in a game, just say I'm sorry, I'm trying my best, I'm quite new to this, or I've not really played it that much, you know, I'm not deliberately doing it, and hopefully, if they're, you know, at all decent human beings, they'll just accept that, because it's fair enough, people are like that, it happens, it's not a crime against nature. But if they continue being, you know, assholes about it, then, you know, that's them being retarded. You just ignore them and keep playing how you want to play. At the end of the day, if you're having fun, it's irrelevant of what people are saying to you. Now, the final question. It doesn't really annoy me that you and Hollow are fighting each other in Minecraft, but I rather find it really hilarious and you just love it when you do. But why do you all fight constantly, and how can it be that you're such great... Well, it's a hate-hate relationship. But seriously though, I don't know. It's just fun to it's like a sense of competitiveness between friends. Because I mean, everyone will have a group of friends, and everyone will constantly try and one-up the other people in their group. I mean, that's just how it happens. It's just the same thing. Don't mean anything by it. I'm sure he does. It's a conspiracy, but I don't. Anyway, next question. Dear Funny and Cool Rage. Okay, I'll accept that description. Why don't you play free-to-play games? Your subscriber, Eminem's biggest... Unsubscribe to me, I'm sorry, but Eminem's biggest fan, and 23. Anyway, free-to-play games. It's not that I don't play free-to-games, it's a complete coincidence that I don't play any free-to-play games at the moment. I've played loads of free-to-play games. I used to play RuneScape before I got into WoW quite a lot. God, those were dark days. RuneScape, dear me. Oh, I can't think of any other major... I used to play loads of free-to-play online games, a lot, like... a lot of free-to-play MMOs I could mention. I played this game called Bots, which was actually quite fun. There was Robot Wars online, which was hilarious. It was werewolves versus vampires based on the Underworld films. But I've played lots of online little free games that are quite fun for a while. I've also played... What else? I can't think of anything at the top of my head, but yeah, it's just complete coincidence that I'm not happening to do it at the moment. I don't judge a game by how much money I'm paying for it. Next question. Dear Rage, you seem to have taken a great interest in Guild Wars 2, and I don't blame you, for the first one was epic. I actually didn't like the first one, but the second one looks so much better that I love it. And when I was wondering, when it got going, you could start a guild for your army of subs. Maybe have some subs adventuring with you, since it scales with people, and you can go down to, not sure, up. Everyone level have your army of sub in a massive PvP battle versus Hollow's army subs, maybe. Also, what's your favourite Guild Wars 2 race? Thanks from your loyal sub, ADSFDA. I know you! I recognise that name because it annoys the hell out of me! High five! Actually, I wasn't going to do anything like that, but based on your question, I am. Just before Guild Wars 2 gets released, I'm going to release a video saying what server me and Hollow will be on, and me and Hollow will make a guild, and all of you will be welcome to join, and we can get a massive leveling guild going on Guild Wars 2 where we all help each other out, and me and Hollow flame you all for being bad at Guild Wars. No, I'm joking, but seriously, I will do a Rage Gaming guild on Guild Wars 2. Comment on this video with it if you actually think that'll be a good idea, because I want to get a feel for how many people are getting Guild Wars 2, and if that's something they would be interested in, you know, being part of a Rage Gaming guild, because that's definitely something I would very much enjoy doing. Alright, next question. Do you have a hobby besides gaming? Screw you, man! Making videos. Just because they're on gaming doesn't mean it's not a separate entity. But no, I love the cliche stuff. Films, books, drinking. No, seriously. you know, I'm a student. What more do you want? Like, come on! I hate when people when you know someone makes gaming videos and you instantly stereotype them as that's all they do all the time. Dear me. That's all I'm going to give you for that question, so yeah. Final question for today's episode. Minecraft. Is that your name or subject? Anyway. What do you think of the new updates? Do you think they are adding too much crap into the game or simply enhancing the gameplay? Lots of space, sent from my iPod. Lots of space, JK. Now, Minecraft... there's two ways I look at this. From a new, completely, what's Minecraft? Although if there's anyone in the world who's going, what's Minecraft at this point, I'll be surprised. Going into the game, all this stuff you can do is really, really daunting. But it's also a nice exploration process, like finding out new recipes and stuff, for those people who don't instantly look everything up. I may have done that. But honestly, I don't think there's ever going to be a point where they're adding too much into the game, because Minecraft itself, there is a point where it loses its interest. It's a sandbox game, therefore you make your own goals, and once you're out of things you think you want to do, whether it's a building project or something like that, it loses its interest. So the more Notch adds, the more he changes the mechanics of the game and adds more expansions effectively, new blocks, new ways of doing stuff, a complete revamp. That's the only way you're going to keep existing players wanting to keep coming back for more. I mean, people have different tolerance levels for how long it is before they get bored of doing the same thing all the time, but adding new stuff constantly will help it stay fresh for people who have already done everything to death. It gets to the point, like, if any of you play WoW, a new expansion tails out after about 4 months, and there's just this void zone of 2 months where no one has anything new to do, they're just waiting for the next expansion. Minecraft sits in that void zone most of the time, at least for me, so the more new stuff we can put in, and with added frequency, would really do the game a lot of good in my opinion. Right, that is today's episode done. Make sure you send in your questions of your own, because again I need some more. I'm out of questions again. Send me loads! Make sure they're of the caliber that you have seen so far in the previous episodes. But yes, my name's been Rage. Goodbye.